You're live on News at Prime. Thanks for staying with us tonight in studio. Joining me is DA Gauteng Chairperson Mike Moriarty. We're talking about the state of politics in the two metros. So let's get then into Tshwane, where today, of course, you've appointed, the council rather has appointed an acting mayor. You're now facing a situation where the EFF is going to be driving a vote of no confidence either.
Yeah, look, we got to take those things one day at a time. The people of Tshwane and the people of Johannesburg. We are doing whatever we can to bring better governance. We have seen a curtailing of a huge amount of corruption. We have seen a lot of services that have been turned around. We think that's been of extraordinary benefit. We want to continue that. We don't think it's a good thing for the EFF and the ANC to find each other again. That's what they did in Nelson Mandela Bay. And if you see what's unfolding there, well, then that's a picture of what could happen in Tshwane or Johannesburg. And we would hope that the EFF could turn around and think of that and say, well, we had this arrangement with the DA for a purpose. What was it? Well, their stated purpose was to end corruption. That was the good move from the EFF. We are challenging them. You should continue what you set out to do in 2016.
Anti-racism seems to be quite a big issue for the EFF, perhaps recently maybe a bit more than corruption would be. So when it comes then to those difficult conversations that they would want to have with you, I wonder how far as a party you would want to go in as far as expressing or even having to show that transformation.
Yeah, I think, again, our record speaks for itself. I think what you see is an increasing development of wealth across all population groups. We don't change our budget to favor a particular race group. If anything, we are pro-poor. And in so doing, the majority of poor people happen to be black. I think we've demonstrated that we are a party for all people. We are the most diverse party in the entire country. So we stand by our record, we stand by our values, and one of those principal values is to increasingly diversify, and that's what we've been doing, and that's what we'll continue to do.
Mike, lastly, one of the things you mentioned earlier was that in the last municipal election, the people of Gauteng effectively said to you, majority. To be very little of that going on, working together as far as the different parties are concerned. What's your take on the state of seeing some of the difficulties that you're experiencing now? Do you think it's a model that works?
Yeah, I do think so, because what you need to do then, you need to talk to each other. You know, if you are in an outright majority, you can afford to be a little bit arrogant. Well, here we can't. And so we have to consult with parties that out of 270 seats, they only have one. Yet they have an extraordinary say in what goes into the budget and what we may choose to do on one item or another, because you need their support. The same would go, in fairness, to the EFF. I think, you know, they've consulted with us. We've consulted with them. It's about services. It's not about... It hasn't collapsed from that point of view. It's just, as you mentioned in the break, interests that are the problem from time to time.
Are you ready to lose the city of Tshwane and the city of Joburg?
We are ready to continue working for people. Whether that means in government or in opposition, we will continue.
But are you having to contend with the fact that you may lose both councils?
You know, we take it one day at a time, and if it happens, yes, we will work in opposition. We've done it very, very effectively in the...
All right, let's leave it there for tonight. Mike Moriarty, he's the chairperson of... Who knows, it's politics, 24 hours is a long time. Anything can happen. Well, let's continue here.